yo kicks, and all the boys love the way you shake your hips on the dance floor, on the dance floor. Dirty, dirty disco doll. When the beat drops, you can't ignore the call of heartbreaking shiny mirror balls on the dance floor, on the dance floor, 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 when the sun goes down, you get
Yo, I think we're live. Ross, are we live? Are we live, Ross? I got so many cameras, I don't even know which way to go now. Oh, it's over there. Welcome to the Wes Smith Variety Show, episode 59 with...
Go B, hey.
Yeah, what's going down? Cheers. We got to have a quick cheers.
Cheers.
It's been that's right. Unofficial sponsor, Latitude 33 Honey Hips Beer. So, we've been hanging out for a while, having a couple beers, and let's see. I'm going to kick this one off with how I know you, okay? Mm-hmm. And so, I didn't realize those covers were from 2014, did you?
Well, kind of. It was the first one was before I moved out here.
Yeah, so we number all the releases, with the year and the first part. And when I pulled the photos, I was like, so if anybody heard or saw the couple photos that were in the beginning there with her in the boots, kind of in the desert, And then yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then another one, the other one it's the one with the smoking gun.
Gun for Hire.
Yeah,
Frisco
that I posted.
Photography.
That was the Old School was the name of that release. So that's actually how I met you, which is funny. Like I met my share of people over the internet, but I asked you if I could use those photos.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was funny because I was pretty much bugging out on going to Burning Man, like my first time. And then I thought these photos are killer, so I wanted to release those like around that time. So you may not even know that backstory, but that's where that was from.
That's super cool. I was like, I'm just excited that I get to be on the album cover. I'll take it.
Yeah. And then so this whole thing, like I said, episode 59, and this whole thing's been going on because like I will meet people, whether it's at a show that I play and they're dancing or they're DJing or whatever, painting or whatever. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's out of San Diego, traveling. And I started doing this like 2 years ago because I would quite often not get to reconnect with them for a while. Or, like you see people at nightclubs, like you probably know a bunch of people.
Yeah,
inside
the club.
Yeah, you got friends and homies that are in the club, but you probably have seen people over the years, which maybe you saw them once or twice. They were traveling, tourists, and then they're gone. Yep. You kind of don't really see them again. So I'm stoked that you're able to get on here.
Me too.
Yeah, because everybody listening now and watching and or later, Bianca's a badass dancer.
I try sometimes.
Yeah, so like I said in the description, professional go-go dancer, and like just what does that mean? Let's go with that. What's a go-go dancer these days?
Well, a go-go dancer these days are more than just dancing on stage. It's actually going and showing up on time to multiple performances, whether it be at a nightclub with residency, which is sometimes better because it's more consistent, or having that wide variety of talents and being able to go out to work at festivals, camping festivals, work 16-hour days, 3-4 days a weekend, and be on little sleep, and
So festivals are a lot more rigorous.
Yes, definitely.
Do you end up staying like for something like you were before we were talking and you were saying like LIB? What were some of the big ones you've done this summer?
LIB, EDC, Pride.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I've been working with Insomniac since 2012.
Yeah, you have like so many photos. I'm always just like, she is everywhere, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you go like, let's take EDC. You go there. What's that like to get ready? And then what's that weekend like? The whole week? What?
Usually we get very honored by having someone get us ready.
Okay.
But it is a very hard, how do I explain this? It's a hard check-in process. So we all get in there. Let's say there's 200 performers. So there's a wide variety. 200. And from stilts to aerialists, to go-go dancers, to character work, to clowns, to pyro, to everything, all up in the works.
All right.
So we have to get there at let's say 2 p.m. and the festival opens up at 5, and we have to be ready usually by 7. And then we work until about 5 a.m. or so.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, and every time that we're outside of the green room, you are that character or you are that person. So whether you're walking in between stage to stage and it takes 45 minutes, you're still that monkey, you're still clinging your cymbals, you're still dancing, you're going crazy.
I got one of those pictures on the intro reel of you clanging the cymbals. That's freaking
that was
awesome.
in Mexico. That was a good fun time.
So EDC that we were talking about Vegas, and then which other ones have you done for EDC?
I've done Mexico, Chicago, Las Vegas, New York twice, and then I attended the.
As if that's not enough.
As if that wasn't enough. I did it.
As if that's not enough of them. What was Mexico like?
Great.
Did you go down there a couple days early? What do y'all do?
I did. I went there. It was the first EDC Mexico.
Okay.
I got to go down with one of my very good soul camping friends from a long time ago, and his cousin lived there.
Okay.
So we got lucky.
Right.
But
what city is it in?
It was, we stayed in Coyoacán, but it was in Mexico City.
Okay.
So I got lucky with my amazing friends that wanted to help me. But it was all ages. And everyone kind of focused on, drinking more than other things of types.
Right. All those unmentionables
all these
on the interwebs.
Weird things. However, but even with the all ages, everyone was very respectful and aware of what that they can and cannot do.
Okay.
And They were very accepting of all these new things and different aspects of raves that they haven't seen yet, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
But how many years? Do you know how many years it's been going on in
so
Mexico?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
In Mexico City?
Yes. It's
Really?
that same one. I don't know if it's at the same
Wow,
exact
I didn't
venue,
know.
but
I had no idea it was going on there that long.
yes, 2014 was the first one.
All right. All right. What's the most recent one that they've kind of expanded? Because they've done some expanding, right?
They've
EDC has
done
some-
Tokyo, Costa Rica, London, all kinds of fancy ones. But I would say maybe Tokyo is one of the newest ones.
I think that's what I was going to say. Japan. That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Do you have a favorite? Do you have some favorite EDC music performers?
My favorite,
Like just killer sets, like
Dylan
dancing.
Francis
Dancing
is
goes
my
wild.
Dylan Francis, forever and ever and ever. Sorry, but
Nice.
he's my favorite.
Nice.
And I don't
They're
know.
all great.
They're all
It's not
very
about
great.
picking
It's
sides. Like
super hard.
you know, I DJ and I ask people all the time because I don't necessarily want them to say like I'm not fishing for them to say like it was me
You're
at
the
that
best.
festival. Yeah, like it's cool if it's genuine, that's cool. But I mean, but everybody has like, you know, there's always someone that moves you the most.
Yeah,
You know, on a given, you know, and it may be different year to year, even if the same people were there,
it's definitely
right?
different.
Styles change, all
Yes,
that, right? So
for sure.
yeah, so that's totally cool. Well, all right. So EDC, I kind of hit on that one a little bit because to me, EDC is probably, I would say, the most, let's say like the most, to me, it's like the most mature in terms of the way it's run.
I
It
would
kind of,
say
you know,
so, yeah.
business wise, right?
Definitely.
And that's a good thing
Yes.
with that many people in a
A
fucking
good-
hot
a
place.
million,
you
yes.
know, and I've watched like any EDC or Insomniac related like doc or YouTube that I can get a hold of just to, you know, and I met Pasquale once a couple years back in Vegas, and really nice guy. Just maybe a minute of hanging out with him and some other people he was really focused on, but very nice guy.
He is
So,
very amazing.
Yeah, and so like they got to do that at that size and all that. But then let's go to like LIB's what like, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's lightning in a bottle.
It is. With
Yeah.
the Do Lab.
Yeah,
Which
and
also run premium.
yeah, and where I know it's moved a couple times I think, but
It's-
where is it this year?
It's been in Bradley, California for the past couple of years.
Okay.
It's quite amazing.
What's it like? 15,000, 20,000 people? Any
Yeah.
idea?
Honestly, I
I just
have no
heard people
idea.
tell me.
Honestly, yeah, it's been
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number.
Well, because I was at Desert Hearts this year,
Mhm.
and people were saying I was like maybe 5 or 6, and then they were saying LIB was probably like 3 times that. So I'm just
Yeah.
guessing.
I
like,
would,
somewhere in
yes, I would
Yeah.
agree with that guess. It's
Yeah,
a very
cool.
good guesstimation.
there. Yeah, because like we're pretty. It's pretty freaking awesome here in California, isn't it?
It's
To have
fabulous.
all these like
I love
the
it.
Dirty Bird campouts, LIB, Desert Hearts. What others? You have the Boogaloo Mountain Jam thing going on over there.
There's Utopia.
Utopia,
as well.
our regional burn.
Oh my goodness, all things. City Hearts, Desert Hearts.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't even. There's too many to count. There's a variety of them.
Variety.
A variety,
There's a
huh?
variety of those. She's not even paid to say that. Well, shout out to the Desert Heart Squad because they're pretty much from San Diego. So if you do, glad you mentioned City Hearts, right? Because that's when they kind of travel
Yes,
and do
and
club
they-
nights, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do that spin as well as in LA.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they're crushing it.
they're killing it.
They're getting
So
around.
hard.
Fucking jamming.
I love it.
So if anybody listening now or later wants a little San Diego, I'm not really a genre guy, but I'm gonna, you want a little San Diego deep house flavor, go check out some City Hearts while they're
Yeah.
cruising around. Shout out Lee Reynolds,
Hey.
Pork Chop. Who else is part of it?
I
I don't know. I don't know. I just know Lee.
He's the best.
I know Lee because I just, I see him out occasionally, and I've reached out to him a few times through music, and so.
Well, shout out to
He's
my
a fun
supernova
guy.
dancers, Miss Elena, who do all the go-go dancing and fabulous. and
Oh,
stuff
do they
there.
with Desert Hearts?
A lot, yes. The Desert Heart Cats. I love you, ladies. Each one of you.
Sweet. Okay, so how is like something like, okay, so let's say EDC is like 1 million people and LIB is like, I don't know, 15,000. How small of a, before you go into the nightclubs,
Mhm.
like how small of a party is a festival that you've done? I don't know what.
I would say, like us. You want to know real small party, or
Yeah,
you
like
want like
smallest outdoor party, not a club.
in my life?
Yeah, sure. Back when you were getting started.
Are you sure? Okay.
10.
Are you sure? Okay.
It was a barbecue.
It was from Stereotype Productions in Bakersfield. I danced at the Couche Rouge, which used to be Hush Puppies. And it was in front of about 30 people next to a picnic table and a bar, and I was 19. It's
cool.
Fabulous.
It's cool, though.
Good
was that like one of your first things, too?
That was like one of my first things, and one of the small ones. And then they kind of grew a little bit, and we killed it at the Dome, R.I.P. the Dome, which is...
Wait, what the Dome is?
In Bakersfield.
Was that a nightclub?
It is like a Rabobank Arena. It is like our area where they have Masha. It is like our... Oh, there's no word really here in San Diego to compare it to.
When you say dome, I think of an actual dome.
It is an actual dome. It
okay.
is. So it's had all kinds
like one of those geohexa Burning Man domes.
Let's call it the sports arena.
Okay.
In San Diego. That's about as close as I can get. So it was, it's about as small as I can go.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Ross, what's going on? Are you in recovery mode? I'm taking a quick break to check in with Ross. She's if I flail on the comments and social media responses, I get reprimanded.
Okay. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I'm just, if you see me like this, it's not because I'm not paying attention, it's because I'm doing my thing.
Easy, girl. Get it.
Kelly was just for anyone that's first timer on the Variety Show. Kelly's in New York. Bianca and I are here in San Diego, and I didn't realize until I was at Electric Love Music Festival last weekend, where Kelly and I played along with Brendan, Ground Score. We did our Juice showcase thing, all the Juice stuff
juicies,
you see. The record label. So I didn't realize until then that people, because of the way the cameras are set, right? Like people don't necessarily know we're in the same place or who is in the same place. Mm-hmm. And like you didn't.
No,
you thought Kelly, you went watching prior episodes and you thought she was sitting here. Oh. Yeah. So she's actually on a houseboat, which is, her spot in New York and has been for all the episodes, which is crazy.
Totally.
59 with this one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I've been in New York for all the episodes.
As of today, 59. We actually both missed one episode, which was kind of funny because one of them I forgot and she was on and ran it. And then one of them, I don't know what happened, but I was on and ran it. So anyway, Kelly and I go back like 5-6 years with Juice stuff. And she's helped out a lot with all kinds of things. Her last 2 years have been chasing me around for this podcast, and shout out because she chased you around, yes. And people were like, "Who is this person chasing me around? Like, why did Wes do this to me?"
Like, that's okay because all things happen for a reason. Because now I got two in my life.
Exactly. Like, who is this person? Why are they Facebooking and texting and everythinging me? And why do they want photos? Yeah. All right. So anyway, Kelly, what up? We got anything you need my input on for Facebook or anything? There's a few people watching.
Sure. Yeah.
You got it covered.
Yeah, we've got it covered. We got Madeline Daniels watching right now, and we got Allison Scott Dean, our guest from Lab.
Seattle crew, shout!
Hey.
San Francisco crew too, Madeline, shout out!
Yep.
We had the Deans on last week because they're music fans. So, they went to Electric Love Music Festival, which I was talking about, and they were pretty excited. So were we. So we had an episode with fans. That was fun.
Cool.
They used to live here in San Diego, so that's the tie.
I love that.
What else you got, Kelly?
Oh, and we've got people on Instagram. The thing I hate about Instagram is I can't tell who it is.
It's like, whatever, can't tell. Yeah, like there's people commenting and stuff. We can see Bianca and I can see it from here. We see you.
Hey.
Bianca's turning to you to give you like a what's up. I'll do it too. Hey. How's it going? And ironically, the Instagram angle can y'all get to see the studio set up in the back and kind of what's going on, right?
You see Kelly.
And Kelly, what's going on? So you have to zoom in, and the jellyfish hanging out.
Those are super fun.
They don't have their legs out, but. Yeah, I was hoping you would like those.
I do. I'm all into like the pumpkin-y looking things, so you already got me by looking at pumpkins. But now they're jellyfish. They're better.
Would you like to see one?
I would love to.
As we're taking a little social media break,
please.
I'll just show you.
Because I see them on the flyer, but that's not
it's still got
enough.
Burning Man dust on it.
I bet all that flyer will forever be there.
Oh, they covered with fucking dust. You totally see it all.
Yay!
Anyway,
I love them.
that's them.
So cute. It's nice to meet you. Hello, Jelly.
Ah, sweet. All right, so festivals.
All the festivals.
We got that.
We got all
You've
them.
done all the festivals. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching or listening later or whatever, watching later, and you're a DJ, you would be absolutely envious of this woman's like, just I don't even know what do you call it. What do you call it for a dancer? Or like for us, it'd be a discography, or like for music you put out, or I don't know, shows you've done. It's a crazy list.
Call my swag. I don't know.
Yeah. How many shows do you think you've done?
Professional ones or
Yeah.
like
Since the Bakersfield Dome.
I did keep a list on my MySpace when MySpace was super cool. I kept a list from 2010 all the way up until I was like truly professional. So all of it together, I'm just gonna say 500, and that's not including all of my residencies. I would say
That's
maybe
impressive.
I don't know. I could be lying. I have no idea, but I could count for you guys.
I tallied up the gigs one time that I've done. I think it's 1,000. I tried and I just
yeah.
lost track.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I've been doing it longer than you. But yeah, it's probably 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. Oh yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. It's fun. You know, speaking of people that have been doing shit for a long time, are you familiar with Tony Hawk, the skater?
Of course
Yeah,
I am.
right?
He
Well,
actually came into the Damascus warehouse because the son really wanted a piece of Nate's work. So
Nice.
That's
So
cool.
they did Birdhouse did an exhibition at the, I think it's, I'll get the name wrong, but the skate park's pretty close to it. It's like right behind Bayho area. There's that skate park out there. Whatever. I don't skate.
Trust you. Yeah,
I don't skate, so
I
just-
trust you though for sure.
Yeah, so our artist Autumn, who's like cameoed a few of these episodes because
Mhm.
her studio's right here, and if she's around, maybe she'll come in. I told her you'd be here, but anyway, so she skates, and so we went over to the park and went over there, and man, it's cool to watch somebody who's like that damn good at something, you know? Because I think he's like 55 or some shit, like up there, and I couldn't believe it, like he's skating in the pool bowl, you know, and it was just like nothing, so graceful.
Okay,
It's
that'd
so
be
cool.
easy.
Yeah, man. And the shit he was doing was not easy because, like, I don't really know what to call all the moves and board flips and all the
Mhm.
bullshit. But, you know, they were doing like a pipe for a while, and that stuff was kind of cool to me. And I was like, okay, that looks cool. But then they got in the pool part out there,
There's a bowl.
and yeah, and I was like, it was like a pool, right? And with the rail and everything, and yeah, I mean, he's so like tall and lanky, and it was just funny because like he would get up on the side of that rail and just do shit where it's almost like he was flipping like a magic card or something, and then pause, and everyone's just like, whole pool's just like cheers, and then he just dropped right back in. You know, and it's just really cool. I thought it was just fun to see him out there skating and stuff. And I don't know him, I didn't talk to him, but it was cool to see that. So
That's something that everybody should see with their own eyes.
Yeah,
Someone super
I couldn't
passionate and a
miss it.
legend all up in one.
yeah,
Like,
I couldn't miss it. And I didn't realize like he apparently he like in the whenever it was back when he was like a teenager. What I didn't realize was skateboarding like blew up, I guess, and then he was like everywhere worldwide, and then it just died. Just crashed, almost like the rave scene at one point, right?
yeah.
Yeah, like just wiped off the earth for different reasons, but just wiped off the earth, basically. And then he was like, he said, I was just reading this, and then he said like most of his pals went to other sports, you know, motocross, just other extreme kind of shit, or X Games stuff,
I was
right?
just gonna say
Yeah,
that
X Games stuff, and that
We
was
have
kind of
that,
boring.
yeah.
Right. And then Olympic stuff, whatever, snowboarding. And then he stuck with it, and then it's kind of why he or at least his write-up was that he kind of attributed like he was still left, you know, and then when it re-blew up, probably partly because of him, he seems pretty modest, you know.
Oh,
Like, come on, you
Come
get
on.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater on Activision and, you know, a billion fucking players. That's pretty much like, okay, dude, you reinvented skating.
He definitely did, and he kept it going too for a minute.
You
so
could do
I
you could
see-
do a video game. Are you gonna fan?
I'm not gonna do.
Are you gonna fan us?
And then I'm
Bianca's gonna
I'm
fan
gonna
us.
fan us
She's
up
gonna
in here.
totally fan
I'm
us.
gonna fan us up in here.
Speaking of fans, we're gonna
fans.
open the door soon. We're still working out there. You can open it.
No.
I think the guy across the hall. Yeah, he split. Yeah. He can hear us anyway, so he's tired of that shit. All right, let's go into the nightclubs.
Okay.
How's
so
a nightclub different than a festival?
Nightclubs are more consistent and more up to date, I would say, because it's bi-weekly or weekly or whatever, however many times throughout the week that you want.
Are you considered a resident?
I am. I'm actually the lead go-go dancer and manager at Onyx Nightclub.
Oh, nice. I like
so
that place.
It's
fun.
Super fun. It is one of the oldest nightclubs here.
Yeah.
It's still running.
Yeah.
But it's more concise on our breaks and our dancing times. It's a little bit more consistent on our outfit. So usually it's all black unless we have something a little bit different. And it's a little bit more fast-paced. Sometimes I get in there and I'm like, oh, I just got off working 8 hours. I need to work again. And then next thing you know, I blink my eyes and I'm like, oh, it's already 2. I'm done. Oh, my goodness.
So at a festival, how many sets? Do you call them sets? What do you call them?
Sets.
How many sets do you do?
Depending on which festival that it is. With Insomniac, we would go out for 45 minutes. But when
you'll dance for 45 minutes.
But that's just being out. So then you have to go out, do character work, and then you dance on stage.
Okay.
For a set amount of time and back.
All right.
And then for the nightclubs, it is, usually it's 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. But at Onyx, it's 20 minutes on, 15 minutes off. So it's a very set time. It's very easy, I guess, to keep up with everything. Sometimes at festivals, you get a little lost in all the different artists and different people that you dance for. You kind of forget sometimes because you just did 7 sets and you forgot what DJ that you wanted to dance for, but you danced for someone else. And you won't know until you turn back around and you're like, oh gosh, that's David Guetta. He just said, hey, what's up to me? Okay.
Oh,
hey,
right.
You know?
You're like busy, gotta dance.
So yeah, I'm busy. Hi. I love you, but I'm busy, So, but with the nightclubs, it's.
Do you have any input, like with festivals? We'll just keep using EDC as an example. So, do you get any input with like when you get to dance, what stage you're at, like because there's got to be a bunch of. You said 200 performers, but how many dancers? Like yourself.
Freestyle dancers, I would say maybe. Let's just say like 75 to 100.
Damn. So they're across all these stages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's usually like 7 to 8 stages.
Right.
And there's like 4 to 8 girls per group. Sometimes there's just 2 or whatever the theme is. But it used to be more of a free-for-all to see if the DJs say yes or no. So it is not the Afrojack show. It is the Insomniac show, Mr. Nick, okay? So, sorry.
You heard it right here.
You heard it right here first.
Hashtag Afrojack.
Hashtag. Sorry. But now there's more of a set time, so where there are certain requests before. Like I remember Skrillex asked for the Harley Quinns of Mischief Militia specifically. The second day, and we were not. We were the first. We were the Mirror Girls on the second day.
Wait, so DJs would? You're saying it used to be DJs would kind of pick or like?
Depending on
have a preference of who they wanted to dance.
It's either yes or no dancers, and then sometimes it's like, oh, I want the Harley Quinns here.
But how do they know? Like, do you audition real quick? Like, what?
No.
They've seen you dance before. They know you.
There's a bunch of different options. I'm trying to answer.
I have no idea.
Sometimes, right before they go up on stage, we try to go in the back and stand there and be like,
okay,
hey, we're here. Like,
so you might have a favorite that you already warm up to.
Yes.
I see.
Sometimes. Or there's other times where we go and watch all the way to go and dance for Rehab and we wait 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we wait all 45 minutes to get up there for 5 minutes, but we took the 5 minutes. It was better than nothing.
All right.
So it's kind of it kind of goes for any festival.
You ever seen any big cat fights? Like any dancer fights to take a slot, or is it pretty civil?
You
don't have to name names. You don't have to name names.
Not on stage and not.
Or we can move on.
But it's the behind the scenes. It's kind of
all right.
Different.
It happens. I would imagine. People
want to be everywhere, but you kind of can't.
Well, you may not know this, but there's DJs. There's we get little DJ politics. Sometimes it happens. Like people be like right on that. Like especially when the sets are shorter, like 45 minutes. If they get to 45-minute sets, then a lot of DJs get pretty uptight. Like, like they want at 43 and a half minutes, like they want you to be playing your last song. Yeah. So and they're gonna end that shit regardless of what you played. Yeah. I don't do that, but I think to me that's a little catty.
Well, Yes, if we are going to compare it to that, then yes, there's a lot of those
There's
things.
that kind of shit going down.
People dancing and waiting, and like, hey, we switch.
You get the old hook. You get the stage hook.
Sometimes, or we get the booty. I'll put the booty in front of somebody that's been dancing too long, and it's time to switch because we all have to share.
Does it matter at all that y'all switch, like when a DJ switches, or is it unrelated to like the DJ set times?
Usually it is unrelated. However, if they are trying to do something very special in the beginning or their opening song,
Okay.
or like just have attention on them, or pyro. When they set off the pyro,
right.
that we do not want to die. So then we get off stage.
Right.
Like, oh, pyro's going down. No, we cannot get up there.
All
So
right.
we kind of have to go around those things. Or confetti. Or they'll give us the confetti gun. Those are the most fun. Or the CO2.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, a few times I've seen like the robots and some other laser shit,
Mhm.
whatever, and fog and all that.
Yep.
That's wild. So how do you know, let's say there's a special opening for a set, right? And you probably don't know what it's going to be. So it's all freestyle.
Yeah.
Man,
Definitely.
that's cool.
Sometimes we get very surprised when we show up and we're like, we're going to try to dance for this DJ. And it's like, oh, we can't yet because there are babies and balls coming out. Oh, that's fun. We should see that. Like, we get surprised too, so we don't necessarily
All right.
know until we get there.
So it's not quite like Disney World scripted,
Not
at all. Because
No.
it would appear like you could see how it's that way.
Yeah.
Like, it's so impressive that, like, particularly EDC, like, you could totally see how, like, every little thing might be planned and choreographed and rehearsed, but maybe it's not really.
Sometimes, yeah.
pretty
Sometimes
cool.
it really isn't. Sometimes that is from the true hearts of those performers that want to do that. And it ends up being the best things.
I think it's cool. You need another beer?
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
got it.
I was like, I saw that.
We
I'm like,
got
are you
it.
waiting on me?
No, I'm not waiting on you, but I'm really waiting for this one now.
Wait, cheers.
Cheers, my dear.
So you put
Mine was a little foamy.
the
I
foam on all the
apologize.
electronics.
And that's why I put it over here.
Oh wait, she beat me. Let me finish this real quick.
Sorry.
Kelly Ross, we're checking in. What's going down?
I need a beer.
Here, girl, I got you.
Kelly Ross needs a beer. Yeah. Today's choice was Latitude 33 Honey Hips. It's got honey in it, folks. In
Yeah.
case you didn't know.
From the honeybee, hey.
What do you think? I know you like beer. We talked about it before. Do you have a favorite? Any kind of favorite beer? In San Diego?
I like Kelly Creamin'. It was really good.
You mentioned that one. That's
Mother
awesome.
Earth. It's
That's a
pretty
great
good.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm a whiskey girl. I love Jameson. I just drink it out of the bottle. It's my favorite. Irish Mules are the best.
Hashtag Jameson.
Hashtag JMO. Hey.
Hashtag JMO.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to drink everything from a 32-ounce Miller High Life to all the way to fancy honey hips.
That's right. Hey, folks, while we have this empty can, I'm going to do something environmentally conscious here and show people. Well, you see on Instagram, you can see over here. Now hold tight. And I know this may seem simple to a bunch of people, and Kelly knows what I'm about to do, but this can is empty. And so, if you're out at one of these Leave No Trace events and you got to bring out your own shit like you
It's a very
should,
typical thing
super
of a
important
festival.
for sure
Take
in
notes,
California,
people.
probably everywhere. But crush your cans, because that in your garbage bag you can only fit like 30 of them. Versus put a shoe on, don't do this barefoot, and then you get a hockey puck.
Look at that!
You see what I'm saying?
It's magic.
See what I'm saying?
He yelled at me.
So I was telling you I'm going to Burning Man shortly, like 8 days from now.
Oh my gosh.
And it's funny because one of the things they call me a situation leader outside of music stuff. That's actually during Burn Week.
Mhm.
I'm a part of. You familiar with the Big Imagination? They do this. They're the ones bringing the 747 jet out there.
No, but I like all of this new information.
Yeah, you're
Teach
like,
me,
but I
teach
like
me.
it. What's
I
going
love
down?
it. The jet.
So
Teach me.
I don't have a picture of it today, but I showed it last week. But anyway, it's a real 747 plane, and they've cut the wings off about 40, maybe 50 feet from the fuselage, and they cut the tail off.
Okay.
And then in the, for anyone that's not quite clear, which it took me about 2 years to remember this, but 747, if the cockpit's up here, it has like the thing that goes up, and it's 2 levels,
Mhm.
right? So it's got the hump, and then it goes like that. So about let's say maybe 30, 40 feet behind the cockpit, they scalped it out like a convertible, and so that's where the nightclub is this year is sitting inside that. So crazy.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
If you ever make it to Burning Man, because we talked about
That's
it, and I know you haven't been, but if you make it there, and this is the first year they're going to have, they had music last year, but they only had the top half cut off, and it was just basically sitting stationary, you know, like in the on the playa. It couldn't move. But this year it's on landing gear, and it's going to move out into the playa. And it makes me nervous.
I'm getting goosebumps, and I'm not even going to see this. I'm so excited for you.
So,
oh my God.
yeah, so I'm going out. Last year I went out 2 weeks early. This year I'm just going to go out about a week early. And I'm the quote unquote. My title is situation leader. So basically, what I do each morning is they have a bunch of whiteboards, and everybody who's like building things everywhere, because there's like no internet, no computers, spreadsheets. It's just really hard to have that shit out there, dust and everything else, you know. So we just have all these whiteboards, and basically just, you know, essentially we just draw out by hand a bunch of spreadsheets on the whiteboards, and then do the scheduling, and every morning meet at like 7 a.m., make sure people are working, know what to do, because you get all these people coming in, you know, at different, every day there's new people coming into the camp. There's a couple 100-person camp, you know, so there's some people that, you know, maybe aren't skilled, you know, like mechanically. There's others that are, and so we kind of know the skill sets of everybody, and so as they come in, we kind of have to make sure they, you know okay, who's leading that team. There's like 5 or 6 teams, I guess, you know. I don't think logistics are as crazy as EDC. But it's a damn big plane.
It might be way more intense because you have to come up with everything. Like,
I can tell you it's hot.
I bet you it's hot.
I can tell you it's hot as fuck.
No, I could only imagine as how much work goes into planning everything in Burning Man because it isn't there already. So you have to place it there and make it level and make it perfect.
Yeah.
So that's way many props towards you.
Yeah. I'll shoot you a couple of photos. It's pretty neat to see. Yeah, but you haven't been to Burning Man, right? I got that right.
Not. LIB is the closest I've been so far.
You have friends that have been.
Yes, all the friends. I actually have worked with the Dub Gypsy Kitchen, which will also be out there this year. So if you want to eat,
that sounds familiar. What do you know where they cook at? Where they do their services for?
Well,
what camp?
Mr. Brian used to work under Amori's, and I used to run the go-go dancers for Amori's at Lightning in a Bottle. So I know that they did it at LIB this past year. However, Brian, shout out to you, chef. He's been moving up in the world and kicking booty, and now he has like his own kitchen. So if you want some good food out there at Burning Man, go and get some hots.
Go find that.
Go find
that Dub Gypsy Kitchen.
I don't know coordinates, but go find it in that 10 miles. You'll find it. Smell, you know.
Go find it.
Go find it. You'll find it somewhere. I'm sorry. I wish I had more information for you guys.
All right, so I think you're wearing some Damascus gear, yeah?
I sure am.
Yeah.
Sarah made this beautiful top.
And I know, yeah, it's sweet.
It's gorgeous. Thank you.
You've modeled for them for a while.
I sure have.
Tell me about Damascus. I met one of the guys. I don't know which guy, but one of the guys. I met him at West Coast Weekender.
There's
real
Nate
nice guy,
and there's Josh.
Okay,
they're both fabulous in their own individual ways.
Okay,
and put a lot of hard work into it.
All right.
They're based out of San Diego. They started in 2009. Create with us forever and ever. It's more of a cyberpunk thing.
Yeah.
But they support.
What's that, Kelly?
Damascus Apparel.
Yeah, Damascus
exactly
Apparel.
Them.
What's the website? DamascusApparel.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go check them out, y'all. They're just super cool designs.
They're highly support the local people and who are highly affiliated in the scene and who have any dreams that want to go out and pursue something. They love collabs. They just kill everything.
You know Justin Naval, by any chance?
I don't know.
More club promoter guy, but he's the one who introduced me to him.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, he's going to be on here.
Justin.
He's going to be on here this week.
You are,
he's going to be on here this week. I'm going to ask him the same thing.
Cool. I love it. Yeah.
The dude version of Damascus impression.
Yep.
But so you've done some cool photos for them. What's it like doing a you know them? How many photo shoots have you done for Damascus?
I would say, let's just say 3. I'm not going to count some of the other ones that are just fun times with the cameras that are just out, but officially for sure 3. And then we did 1 dance video. And
I assume they've used some of these in product promotion and marketing.
And some lookbooks and some things here and there. You know, Tumblr, when that was a really big thing, that's when I was used a lot. Good times, Tumblr.
Do you well, so speaking of that, as a go-go dancer, like, I would imagine that kind of like I approached you, and we had some photos that made sense for music covers. You know, I imagine there's other, like, whatever, Damascus or other clothing or whatever that approach you for model things. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's been some times where I went out on my last limb, or I went out of my comfort zone, and I went to go and ask, like through Instagram or through such as Fresh Air.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, his hat over here.
I couldn't remember where I got the hat, and then she walked in and she's like, "Is that Fresh Air?" I'm like, "Why? I think so. Yes, it is."
There's some times where I've gone out and I'll spend like an hour or two while I'm drinking my coffee, and I just put myself out there. I'll send out videos and pictures, and I'm like, "Listen, I dance in front of 400,000 people. I love your clothing. Would you want to sponsor me, or this or that, or so on and so forth?" So some get back to me, some don't, which is cool. That's just
sounds like the DJ producer.
You know,
life.
It's just life. You know, and then you try to promote and collab and work with it and try to use those when you're dancing at places and working at festivals. You're like, hey, I'm going to use your this. Do you want to help? Yes, you do. You know?
Kelly, how many people have you reached out to for DJ stuff that don't answer?
R.I.P. to all those people that don't want to answer us.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy though.
Yeah.
Social media is fucking crazy. Man.
But it is a great outlet. It is very hard, but once you figure out how to work a little bit of it, some things actually come back.
Yeah, I mean, we have a hard time. I wish I could answer. Like, I don't even get a lot of promos, you know. But I wish I could even answer the ones that get, you know. And Kelly tries to keep up with it, but it's just every time it's like, you know, there's just all these different ways that the promos come in for music, like different promo services, and you gotta have a login for this and that, and you end up with 100 logins and shit. And you're just like,
totally feel it.
And then you don't like you want to answer real quick and be like a comment or a shout out or this is dope or whatever, but it's not easy, like, because it came through a pre-release email or whatever, and there's no SoundCloud or there's no whatever, so it's like through like a form and all this stuff. It's just like you can't do it, man. You know.
Try to keep.
I feel terrible.
I
feel terrible.
It's okay.
About
do what you gotta do, you know.
I would say bombard Kelly. Just bombard Kelly direct.
Get it, girl. Hey.
She'd be like, he ain't playing that.
All the time.
Kelly be like, he ain't playing that. But then sometimes she'll be like, but I will. So, let's see. San Diego.
Yeah.
We live in a beautiful place.
Yes, we sure do.
Yeah, man.
So grateful for it.
So you've basically been here since you came from Bakersfield.
Basically.
That's 4 years? 3 years?
Honestly, it's I'm like 5 going on 6 now. I've kind of lost track, but
all right.
I'm working my way around. It's been about 5 years. I'm just going to call it that.
What else you love about San Diego?
Well, besides the beach and the weather and everything, you know?
Well, I'm asking because we didn't talk about this before, but probably, you know, because you can tell everything nowadays with social media, I would say probably 75% of people that end up hearing or watching this are not from San Diego, but may visit. So I'm always like, let's big up San Diego.
Yes.
So other than the clubs and go-go, what do you like about San Diego?
I love that there's a variety of things. Haha. No, but really.
Just go ahead.
But really.
We can do this all day.
We
can do this all day.
But I'm able to go to the beach in 20 minutes, and then if I want to go camping, I can go another way 20 minutes, and I can be like in the woods-ish. You know, it isn't necessarily a forest.
What woods do you like to go to?
Ish.
I don't. You don't strike me as a woods girl.
I don't know. It's where there's trees. Okay, I lived in San Rafael for a little bit. I know what redwoods and sequoias look like, but
do you like camping?
I do like camping.
Camping's a big California.
I have a 10 by 10 tent.
Sure.
It's super cute. I love it.
All right.
I need to update, but I do love our tent.
That's cool. You camp. You got camping gear and shit.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Camping.
Food,
and trees.
Camping,
beach.
food, beach, food. I can eat pho, and I can also eat chicken wings next door, and then I can go and get a pizza. Right.
What's your pho place? What's your favorite pho spot? I'm a pho freak.
Well, I bet you like better things and are more amazing. But my favorite. Know. But my favorite place to
is
go
there any
to,
bad pho?
No, I don't know. I hope it's fucking awesome though.
Kelly's like maybe.
I really like the Obi Noodle House. That's my favorite.
Awesome.
And with the
grounds for cheers.
The peanut butter Jameson. Where have you been my whole life?
Oh, really?
Yeah. What is that? What is peanut butter Jameson?
It's fabulous. There's peanut butter and Jameson, and there's a magic ingredient in there that I don't know because the OB Noodle House keeps it a secret.
All right.
I think it's milk white chocolate liqueur, but
it's a shot.
It's a shot. It's so
right.
good.
Right.
I highly suggest it.
All right. So OB Noodle House can't go wrong.
Nope.
I would totally agree with that.
Yep.
And that's in Ocean Beach. If you're in Pacific Beach, I gotta say, there's a place on Garnett, Pho Sao Bien.
Mm. That sounds
That's
muy
the spot.
bien, huh?
Yeah, that's the spot. That's the spot. I'm always like, in my dating history, I have had 2 girlfriends that, well, ironically, I had a Vietnamese buddy who was a roommate that introduced me to pho in general.
Mm-hmm.
But then a Chinese and then a Japanese half girlfriend, and they love Asian food. We eat all the time. But that's where my pho history comes from. Yeah. And so they would be like, you can't go to a spot that's not either owned by a Vietnamese person, or Asian person.
It's gotta be authentic.
Yeah, or you can't go in there like if it's all like Howley people hanging out in the restaurant. So that's what I got to do. You got to admit, love OB Noodle House, but you walk up in there, it's a lot of Howley people.
That's okay. That's okay though, because
it's all right because I am.
Okay.
It's okay. I mean, I can't like try to claim legit because
that's okay.
Because I'm as Howley as they get, but whatever. What do you do to stay in like condition for dancing and stuff?
Besides eating my pizza and
you
things,
dance all the time, so maybe that's
too.
all you need. But I don't know. Do dancers do like weights and shit?
Well, there is a lot of cardio. That is my cardio. I do have 3 jobs and I go to school, so I try to keep up with my life. When I do get the chance, I try to park by the stairs or like do little things like that.
All right.
But you should eat healthy and you should try to at least like ride a bike or just keep up with your cardio.
Are you insinuating that you don't eat healthy?
Lately it is summer, okay? It is the summer and I'm trying to do what I can, but I also need to enjoy my life. Like all this froyo, it's fabulous. Anyways. But there's some things that you should do, like stretch. It is very hard to stretch before and after. Just pick one. If you could just do one of your shifts, just do one. Because it's very hard to keep up with it.
I'm the worst with stretching. I was telling you before I run.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run the ultramarathon at Burning Man. Yeah. I don't talk about it much until I'm finished. Because it's like, to me, like, I don't know, it's weird to like talk about something and pump it up because there's no reason to pump it up. It's just a personal thing to finish it.
Yeah, but it's nice.
But I'm trained up. Yeah, but the eating thing is tough. Like I can't like, so basically starting today, well, maybe after Justin comes in and does podcast, but pretty much after that there'll be, from today it's 3 weeks until I run that. Mm-hmm. So definitely within 2 weeks, like no alcohol, and I'll pretty much be eating like, like trying to get my body used to just carbohydrates and basic like meat. Are you a vegetarian?
No, I'm not. I love bacon.
No, I'm not.
That's why I was like, I love bacon so much I can't be.
No, and like it's my main like a good steak or chicken breast is like my main source of protein when I run, because it's fast and like I don't know if you ever been a runner or run at all.
I hate running.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do. It's crazy. Don't start. It's fucking crazy.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I really want to feel whatever that runner's high is.
It's crazy. Next thing you know, you'll be running at festivals. I do. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like Kelly can tell you. Like I was at Electric Love Music Festival, and like because if you're training for a race, you're like on a schedule. Like you got to run X amount, whatever, and it's different kinds of runs, and you try to like take care of your eating. It's tough, man. To run 9 miles like on a Saturday morning at a festival, and you just played on Friday. Yeah. And you look like the crazy person running around. Yeah.
After setting up camp and doing all those things and then playing and then going to do all that.
Yeah,
no,
totally.
thank you.
Totally. All right, so one of the other cool things we have in San Diego that we haven't talked about yet is Mexico. It's close by. You ever been down to Mexico?
Yes.
We're talking about EDC Mexico.
Oh my god, yes. I actually finally was able to cross into 2 countries in one day. And
why, did you have a felony?
No.
Oh.
Because I'm from Bakersfield, which is far. It's right here from California, in the armpit, you know. But I was able to experience going into Mexico and coming back the same day because I didn't do that before I was 21.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that in Bakersfield.
Yeah, exactly.
From Bakersfield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it's quite exciting to go over and get tacos. But no me gusta.
You just go to Tijuana and come back?
Sometimes.
You can do that, folks.
You can.
Just so you know.
You can. And you can say no me gusta cilantro because I do not like cilantro.
But do it on you got to do it on like a Wednesday or something because Tuesday, Wednesday, because otherwise coming back is a bitch.
Yes.
Or walk.
Yes.
Walk it.
Walking would be, or you can go down there and park and then take a taxi over and then walk back.
You can take a taxi through the border?
Well,
or walk through and take a taxi.
Walk through and take, I've seen people in taxis to go across the border, but you go down there and just walk across, I guess.
I mean, I've only done it like from here probably 10 times, and it's been a variation of things because like sometimes there's an exit that's further east, or a border crossing, that's further east. I go there if I'm going to fly because you can walk into the airport. I have a really good friend that lives in Guadalajara.
Cool.
And then if you kind of go down to Baja, you know, it's easier to go just straight down, what is it, San Isidro or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then cross over if you're going to go to Tijuana or Rosarito. Or
yeah. Those are all the places that I've been.
What's that lobster place? You remember?
Oh my gosh.
Puerto Nuevo.
Yes, that's exactly, yes.
That's
right
the jam.
there.
It's only like an hour and a half outside the border crossing. It's like an hour and a half to get there, right?
Yep, and then Papas and Beers is over.
Yeah, they do a fried lobster is their claim to fame. Yeah. Kelly, you like fried lobster?
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
I like it because it reminded me, oddly, maybe the last time I was in New York, which, man, it's been a while, huh, Kelly?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We went to a crawfish place, yeah? It was like straight up Cajun crawfish.
Never had crawfish.
Never?
No.
Ever been to New Orleans?
I was just going to say, don't they do that? No, I will be there in December for the first time ever. I cannot wait. I'm going to go watch a Steelers Saint game. Hey.
You're going when?
In December, before Christmas.
Are you a Steelers fan?
I am. Yay, Steel Curtain, baby.
Oh, shit.
I've never been to Pittsburgh.
How do you become a Steelers fan if you've never been to Pittsburgh?
My dad's side of the family, when I go home for Christmas, our Christmas tree is black and yellow. It's gorgeous. It's my whole dad's side of the family is all Steelers fans.
Wait, though, can we talk about this a little bit? That's
yeah.
okay.
Sure.
Where's that family at?
In Bakersfield. My grandpa is from Pittsburgh, and that's where his family's from. But my grandma's from France, from the Basque Country. So, good times.
What does so on your father's side, grandma, grandpa are still alive?
They are, but they were divorced and remarried.
But they're still alive.
Oh, they're
chilling.
They're alive and kicking. I love them.
Awesome. What do are they into your whole dance thing?
They are accepting for sure. No, they don't ask any questions.
All right.
The most questions that I've got asked were my parents, but
what kind of questions did they ask? Can we go here?
Besides, where am I going? And when am I going to be back? And who am I going with? And all these things.
I want future go-go dancers to be prepared for family questions.
You cannot say that it's your friend's birthday every weekend. Eventually, it's not someone's
and leave
birthday.
the house with a wig or whatever.
Yeah, and fishnets, they'll pick it up eventually. Once you're 18, you're legal, so that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah, that's okay.
What's the toughest question? What's the toughest scenario you've had with the parents and dancing?
With my own parents or any parents?
Or grandparents, whatever.
Well,
or a friend of yours' parents.
Okay,
whatever. You can keep it anonymous.
Let's go with a friend of my parents because they showed up while we were dancing.
Okay.
And they came into the club and they started swinging on security guards and all these other things. And they were not my parents and not my... Anyways, let's just say... You got to tell your parents where you're going and let them be accepting of where you're going so they actually know. It's not everyone's birthday, always and forever. So
honesty.
Let's just keep it like that, It's okay.
Honesty is the best policy.
Sorry, sometimes you just got to keep it right in that middle,
All right, so this, your outfit that you have today, I already said it's awesome a couple times before we went live and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out Damascus.
Yes.
How long does it take to get ready? Because this is pretty much kind of like a go-go dance outfit.
Yes, I wanted everyone to understand and see that if I claim to be a go-go dancer, I shall dress like one.
Yeah, it's wicked. Yeah.
I would say I give myself 3 hours before my shift. 3 hours to get ready, to chill for a minute, whatever that you may do, chilling, yoga, or whatever that you need to do to gather your thoughts, as well as finding parking, getting to your place, and walking there with your grandma bag and, all on time and still being
Wait,
perfect.
grandma bag?
Oh, yes. I wish I brought
bag.
my grandma bag with me. So I have a go-go bag, right?
Okay.
And it is so heavy that sometimes I have muscles. That's just for my go-go bag. You see, it's not over here. It's over here. It's for my go-go bag, So, and then when we have to find parking because they do not accommodate any of our parking, not downtown, not in Hillcrest, except for Riches. Hey, Riches. Except for those places that you have to find parking and walk, I just say a mile because it usually is a mile or so with my big bag. And I go like this number. Are you ready, Instagram? This is my walking bag. With my grandma bag, I walk like this, and people are like, hey, what's up, girl? And I go, there! I'm late for work. Don't talk to me. Like that. So that's my grandma bag. Or you say hot soup at the end of the night when you're trying to walk through the drunk people. You say hot soup, they will move because no one wants to get burns. Just tip of the day.
So people, right, for people listening, Riches and Onyx, these places, they're in Gaslamp.
Well, Riches is in Hillcrest.
Oh, that's in Hillcrest.
It is. Right. I work lesbian night. Hey, any of my fun friends out there want to come and experience things, you should come and check it out. I get guest lists. I'll hook it up. But yeah, so it's a variation of either going to Hillcrest or downtown.
All right.
So when you go downtown in Gaslamp.
When you're downtown in Gaslamp, this was going to be my question.
I was when we're downtown.
But it could be either place, really. I don't actually either. Do you? So when you're done and you leave, maybe you want a bite to eat, whatever. You're in costume still. You change out. What goes on there?
I do like to put on clothes over. Like as of right now, I do have shorts on over my fishnets. But there are some times where I need to be warmer. Yeah. So I should definitely.
We had low battery.
We have low battery. So when I need to be warmer, I do like to put on more things so no one can tell. I show up in sweats. Like some security guards don't want to let me in because I look like I don't look like a bum, but I look like a bum. I got my sweats on. I got my Hello Kitty sweater. And I'm all like this. And they're like, you can't come in here. And I'm like, geez, no, I promise. I'll have my makeup and my hair done. Like, I swear. So people don't bug you when you want to walk away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I would imagine, do you get like catcalled and stuff like down?
Every day.
When you cruise out and walk through,
all the time.
Did it happen when you showed up here in PD?
It did not. Thank goodness. I said hi to somebody.
Because you parked that way. You parked that way. If you had walked down this way, you would have definitely, Yeah, we're right close to happy hour, so I figured it. I was out there looking for you to make sure you didn't have any problems getting over there.
Yeah, thank you. But, it happens. It's okay. The worst is when you are getting off of a shift at 1:45 and then you get paid. You're walking over to your car at 2 a.m. or so. Yeah. I do work at Taste and Thirst, so they're about to be done at that hour. So shout out to my Tasted Treats. Hey, but they do allow me to come and stand in for a second to gather myself. Yeah. So I am away from all the crazy people and stuff because there's a lot of bums and people like to pepper spray and fight and break things and fun things. So that's like my
pepper
thing.
Spray and fight and fun things.
I have never seen on the corner.
What would be the fun things outside of pepper spray and fighting?
I have seen people throw cans out of their windows, canned foods, out of their windows, and exploding corn. I don't know how to explain it. It's too bad.
Yeah, I don't.
It's way too much. But coming home after 2 a.m. is when you need to pay attention.
That's the witching hour for sure. That's the witching
hour. I do have my pepper spray on the outside of my go-go bag.
Have you ever had to pepper spray someone?
Not myself yet.
Okay.
So.
Well, cool. Good.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Everybody shout out some luck to Bianca.
Thank you. If you have to use your grandma bag, just smack it.
That's handy too. I worked for a while. I worked when I lived in New York. I lived in Manhattan, and I worked for some Irish club owners,
Fun.
and they are no nonsense, like running their shit, you know. And I DJ'd more like residency, open format stuff for them. So they're long sets, you know, like DJs at some of the clubs that do the whole night, that kind of thing. Yeah. And it was cool. There's a fair amount of freedom over 6 hours. It was fun. Good money. Yeah. We play 6 hours. Yeah.
2 is like I am pushing it. The 6 hours. On
Yeah. Well, for dancing and DJing too. We would take a break or two, or you could have a friend come up and you could have a friend come up and take the controls for 15, 20 minutes.
Sure. Whatever. Bathroom needs are very important.
Pretty loose, and when you do open format stuff, you don't have to. It's not like it's different, so you don't quite have to be as attentive. Like people aren't necessarily there like for you as the DJ, you know, or artist. You know, like most of my gigs nowadays are more like because they know my music. But when you're doing at that time, it was way more like just I do edits or whatever remixes of top 40 songs and stuff. Like people were just there to hear like sing along songs, right? They're not really there to like necessarily like go crazy for me, you know. But the DJ in general, yeah. But that was fun though. But that kind of thing, like speaking of like the 2 a.m. witching hour, because in New York, unlike a lot of American cities, they don't close till 4.
Like Pacha, oh my God.
Yeah, and some places even later, that might be the underground or whatever. And so, yeah, you know what, it doesn't get any better by 4. you know,
doesn't.
So, in fact, one of the clubs I played at for years, they ultimately ended up getting turned into a hamburger place because someone got killed by knife out in the street. It was after my time there.
I hope so.
Yeah, it was after my time there. The only thing I ever had happen was I had a shooting once in a nightclub, and I just ducked. I was like, I'm out. And so the DJ booth was like way up high, and so I just like they didn't have a second floor, but super high ceiling, like warehouse style. And so the DJ booth was way up, and it was a weird like entrance from a super like a 3rd level down basement kitchen, and you got up into there through a ladder, and I heard the fight break out, and then the gunshot thing was out on the street, but nonetheless, you're just still like, all I did was get on the mic and be like, yo,
Run,
I was just like, yo, we have to stop the music. That's all that's like all I said.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I just like stayed low under the like thing and like went down the ladder down to the kitchen until things cleared out. But it's not like crazy like that happens all the time. But you do, in like I've never experienced those issues in like a rave kind of. Let's just rave in general, EDM community. Like that's usually a different kind of problem, right? Like,
yeah,
and then
I have experienced once, but it was an underground show, so it was not. There's no corporation that was like affiliated with it. It was just like an underground. People tried to all collab together. So that would be
maybe like a gang thing or something, or a crowd mentality thing or something. But typically, I guess my point is like typically like shows where alcohol is like the main jam, or like they have a tendency to get a little bit weirder than violence wise than the festivals and sort of whatever shit's going on at those parties.
There's a lot of love going on over there.
All the love and hugs.
I've seen the love.
All the love and hugs at those parties.
Yes.
Yeah. Dehydration is usually your biggest problem.
Yes, all the water. Get a Camel backpack.
Kelly, how'd you feel about dehydration at Electric Love Festival?
Oh, no, they had hydration stations, and I've done plenty of others.
It was great. Hydrating everywhere. Have you ever tried, so outside of EDC, it sounds like you've been to a couple different locations. Outside of them, have you traveled much to go-go dance? Or what's the most interesting spot you've traveled to go-go dance?
The most fun place was the Playboy Mansion.
Fuck it, fun. Oh, wait, now we're getting into the good shit.
I'm just saying, I'm being honest. The best place was the Playboy Mansion. That was it was a rock and roll fantasy camp. And Rod Stewart sent a picture of me and my best friend at the time to his mother because we were so cute. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Rod Stewart play live?
Just besides that one night, no, I did not.
I mean, not many people would have.
No, right?
You know, I guess he still plays, but
yeah,
I saw him
did.
once. I don't remember what the occasion was. I think I took like, I don't even know how I ended up there, but it was a really great show. It was almost like watching Tony Hawk skate.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, whoa, this is what it looks like when you've been doing like real entertainment for like 50 years. You know, like it's just all, it's you.
It was
it's crazy,
definitely
just you.
all Mr. Rap.
Yeah,
sure.
it's all.
It was so amazing. I loved it.
Do you know any songs of Rod Stewart?
Not that I can name off my hand because I was very impressed that I needed to know who that gentleman was when I met him.
Do you know that he probably one of my favorite songs he's ever done, and I only know it because I did a remix like edit of it, was when he stuck his feet into the disco world with "Do You Think I'm Sexy?" You know that song?
No.
It's like "Do you think I'm sexy?" or something like that.
Oh, I know.
And I know you want me, something like that. Like it still gets played.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear edits of it and stuff, and you know, hip hop shit. You'll hear all kinds of edits of that song. That's probably the one that like transcended the most into like the nightclub, you know, the nightclub disco dance house music arena, because it was like disco years. But it was crazy. I guess he had like 25 years of you know, touring global musician prior to the disco era. When you think about that, that's fucking crazy.
That is very crazy. That was, I was barely 21 when I met him, so I'm now 27. So
you were like zero when your parents were listening. Mm-hmm. Do you think I'm sexy?
I was just a twinkle in my parents' eyes, you know.
Kelly Ross, what's going down over there?
Oh, nothing. Tweeting away.
She's just tweeting, Facebooking.
Tweet.
I'm tweeting.
What's you've got? What are you doing? You got dance lessons tonight or dance practice?
Yes, we do choreography at Rich's.
Our Instagram died, by the way.
I know it did. I'm still turning over here to Instagram. Hey,
you're like whatever.
I'm still whatever. Screw you. But we do choreography every Thursday, so we need to practice prior to Thursday.
For Rich's on Friday.
On Thursdays. Thursday night is lesbian night.
Oh, today's Tuesday.
Today was Tuesday. Excuse me.
Is there a difference in the response when you're at Rich's for lesbian night versus say Onyx for, I'm just going to call it heterosexual night. I don't know the difference.
Well, it's definitely those those two things for sure.
Right. So do you dress different? What's the deal?
Most definitely. No, in the gay community, there's more of an accepting to where I don't necessarily have to wear fake eyelashes.
Okay.
Like downtown does.
Okay.
And we are more accepting of colors and style. So sometimes we will be goth all the way to pinup to neon colors. Like we get a whole variety. Now downtown is more of a very strict. My boss likes it one way. Like he knows what he likes. He knows what makes money, which is fabulous.
That's good.
It's good. It's very consistent. I know what's up. It's very solid.
All right.
But then at Rich's, I get to express myself. So when I have a new idea, I'm like, hey, maybe we could try this. Like my boss at Rich's is all for it, which is fabulous for my artist side, you know? So I get to express, or I get to have one night I had all the girls in Damascus, which is not a very in the community thing.
Was the whole show black and white?
Everything was black and white. Even the LED screens, everything was black and white. So it's like, that's when I get to collab all of my favorite things all in one, and everyone is accepting.
Yeah.
Downtown is a little more strict.
Well, that makes sense though, because like Gaslamp in general is, let me pick the right word I'm thinking of. It's like, I would say it's a little bit more like what's kind of with the current club circuit, the current music, right? And then pretty much everywhere else, whether it's North Park or Hillcrest or, you know, there's electronic music, a couple nights over here, one in OB, they're around, right? Yeah. Claremont, whatever. They're a little bit more, I would say a broader age range too, right? So it makes sense. It's more dialed in down in Gaslamp and that stuff. Yeah, that totally makes sense. So, all right. My other thing is that I'm curious about is you're a student still. I
sure am. One more semester.
My VA. And what are you going to do? What's the VA for?
It's for psychology. I originally wanted to be a counselor or like a drug counselor or some sorts. but I'm going to start off with teaching special ed because I feel like being a teacher is something.
I saw your post about being a teacher, and that's how. Like recently, I reconnected with you because I was like, "What is she doing? Teaching?"
I want to do teaching. I did just take the CBEST. I need 1 point to pass.
Sweet.
So 1 point is stopping me right now because in the psychology field, you have to condense and be more like concise. But then with the CBEST, you need to stick to the 5-paragraph essay with this.
The C. What is it you're saying?
The CBEST. Sorry.
CBEST?
I'm dyslexic, everybody. CBEST, and it's to substitute teach.
Ah.
So you need 123 pass.
Okay.
I got 122.
All right.
So,
but it sounds like you can take it again.
Yes. I can just redo the writing portion, and I'm just too advanced for this 4th grade level that I'm supposed to be writing.
I like that way to put it.
So
is that so you'll I'm curious with DJing sometimes there with any art there's these peaks and valleys, right? So you're in college, you're going to graduate, you're going to have your thing. Sounds like substitute teaching is kind of the thing for now perhaps after. Mm-hmm. And you'll keep doing the nightlife related, whether it's festival, club, whatever. Yeah. Is there what is there you can do in like the nightlife side of life that is continues for, I'm just going to throw a crazy thing at you for fucking 20 years. What can you do?
Well, I have started to work with SDSU, and I started to do production.
Okay.
I started to do retractables.
Okay.
I would like to get into a little bit of AV work because I'm pretty in tune with like PowerPoints and computer stuff.
Okay.
So I want to still be involved with the scene and stuff, or I might be a dance teacher and kind of move on that way to live on my dance moves through others. And my amazing friend, Miss Robin Olive, has come up with this straight up abilities.
Okay.
And has focused towards people with special needs that also know and have the passion to dance. So she has combined these two things.
That's cool.
So maybe I could get another branch coming out here to San Diego and kind of.
Where is she based out of?
In Los Angeles.
What's her? She has a company name.
It is Straight Up Abilities.
Straight Up Abilities.
Yes,
that's pretty cool.
She's definitely kicking booty right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's two of my loves. I love the mind of people, and I love all the abnormalities, but I also love dancing and all the weirdness of that.
Well, since I've known you, you've struck me as someone who does like some people do like a little money, whatever, and that's cool. Yeah. People do what they do. But you strike me as like someone who definitely likes the costuming, and if it's doing it with other people, and then clearly dancing. And so I didn't know about the choreography, if you did that, or helping organize costume for groups of people. Obviously you do.
All of those things. I've also done choreography for Weird Al Yankovic, and he's used me a couple of years at the Del Mar Fair. And I've been doing that.
What the hell do you do for Weird Al?
It was It Smells Like Nirvana, or It Smells Like Teen Spirit, whatever that song.
Yeah.
And we're the cheerleaders in the background.
During the song? Mm-hmm. No fucking way.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Weird Al.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. What other crazy shit? Like, you keep dropping these seeds
forever. I don't know. There's just there's a million different things that, like, sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I've done this, or like, I don't know. It's just hard because there's so many amazing points.
Well, out of 500,
there's a lot of things.
Yeah, no doubt.
I've been on. I'm on a video or on a movie still on Netflix. It's still up there. That under the electric sky.
Oh, are you on that? I've seen it. Yeah,
I got it on DVD because I'm in it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What have you seen? There's one that just came out recently. Tommy Sunshine. Yeah, he's been around a minute. So he did I think it's an 8-part series. It's called After the Rave. Ooh. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's cool.
Let's check that out.
You might want to check it out. Are you Netflix? Like,
I am so Netflix.
You binge out on some Netflix every now and then?
So Netflix. I've been watching Sugar Rush. Oh my gosh, I love that show. I'm going to bake, and then I'm going to go on Nailed It. They'll give me $10,000 so I can nail this crappy cake that I'm really bad at. So.
Wait, are you a baker?
I can be. It's really good. I can't cook, but I can bake like.
She's dropping all the bombs. She's like. So yeah, that thing with Tommy Sunshine, he goes. EDC is definitely in a couple of the episodes, like of the 8 episodes, and he kind of cruises to like 8 different places around the world, and basically like meets people. I would say anywhere from like a Martin Garrix generation all the way to Fatboy Slim generation. So it's like
I
a
danced
spectrum.
for both of them.
Right. So I figured you would.
I know all of them.
Yeah.
I know them all.
So I thought you might just enjoy it. Yeah, you or your friends might enjoy it and hang out and watch that. It's pretty cool. And Tommy's a he's a like yourself with a passion for dancing and music and these things. Tommy's like a true music passion guy. And you watch this thing, you can totally tell. It's not like they hired like some joke. Like even if you don't know who he is, it's not like you watch it and think like, oh, they hired some dude with a beard and long hair to like do the commentary guy in the documentary. Like you can tell he's like all about it. So cool stuff. Yep. Ross, you hanging in there?
Yep.
How's the storm doing?
We're good now, but we just saw one of our neighbors stand-up paddleboard like floating by.
What do you mean? It's like 9:30. Is it dark there yet?
Yeah, it's dark.
All right.
There's a lot of lightning. It's a huge storm. You don't hear it.
Oh, I don't know. We're good. So
I hope you're great. Oh my god.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. Well, I know you gotta get rolling. You gotta get doing your things.
I want to do all my things right here.
It's still
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's still. It's fine with me. But it's like it's almost 6:30. But you got to be at practice like 8.
I sure do.
Are you going there from here?
Of course I am.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's right. I brought my Nikes. They're all good.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that come in here.
Hey, Nikes.
Hey, let's go before we wrap it up. Let's go through the where's the swag bag I gave you?
Right here, my
What's
love.
going on in there?
Oh, you want to know? Because I got the most fancy thing. I'm so excited to see this.
Kelly Ross has never seen a swag bag in her life.
See, this is a super juicy bag.
I'm just letting you know that people showed up on the boat from another country this weekend with your swag on their feet.
I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
Buttons, stickers. Oh no, stickers going on.
Oh yeah, stickers are going on now.
But there's buttons in there. You put the buttons on.
Oh no, I'm gonna put the sticker right here. You see? I got a West face. Okay. We got more juiciness.
This is probably the most fun thing that we handed out.
Oh!
Like
God,
it's the Transformer
those are fancy.
sunglasses, yo.
I love those.
Oh yeah.
It's about. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Juicy 5.
Those are great.
Thank you.
I mean,
they're from you. I can only imagine.
It's fantastic.
Right here, I got a West choker now. Hey.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
And what else? I can't see nothing with it. But I got more glow sticks. Hey.
Oh, so this reminds me of something. So I told you earlier before we went live that I went and researched like go-go dancing and the history. And admittedly, you were like, I'm not sure I even know it. Whatever. So we're just chatting about it. So what I learned from good old Wikipedia,
I love it.
all good, was that it kind of branched out in the 60s. There's a little bit of unknown about how exactly it got started.
Mm-hmm.
There's like some so one theory is that it came out of New York from a place I think called the Peppermint Lounge.
I could see that.
Okay, and then the other won't surprise you either. So the other theory is that it came from the Whiskey A Go Go in LA, and then there's a rebuttal to because they were so that theory is like, oh well, the dancers at Whiskey A Go Go is why people started calling it go-go dancing.
Mm-hmm.
But the theory from the New York side says no, actually it came from Peppermint Club a year before, and then when the dancers started at Whiskey A Go Go, they renamed the venue to be called that because of the go-go dancers. Apparently it was so crazy popular. I don't know the answer.
Interesting.
I do not know the answer.
Interesting. Whiskey go-go? Anybody? Anybody, please?
But back to the glow
Love that.
sticks was that the little bit of history that I read from like 60s, 70s was that basically main characteristics were bright outfits and high energy. There you go.
I wonder where that came from. I think those are still highly affiliated. I'm
Yes.
glad that you told me that it's those bright and high energy ladies. You hear that?
And you
or
are.
gentlemen. Thank you.
You are.
All
You
of
are
you.
totally.
Oh my gosh, that makes my heart sing. I love it so much. Yes.
Yeah. Well, awesome. You know, it's been I don't know. Anything else you want to shout out, or where people can find you? Where would you send people to find you if you want them to know more about you?
At Glittery Skulls with a Z at the end
All
to
right.
Instagram. If you want to come into Riches on Thursdays, I do have guest lists, but you have to hit me up prior to make
Gotta
sure
hit her
that you
up.
come in,
Straight.
you know?
Do they hit you up through Instagram? Glittery
They
Skulls?
do. Instagram's my most used.
That shit's popular.
It's
I went and took a look.
Pretty easy.
It's like you got people liking the shit out of your Instagram.
Yes.
All right.
It's either that or Onyx or, wherever you please to see me at any festival. Wherever we may be.
Hey, Kelly Ross, you have any parting thoughts? Any events coming up? You just blew out one this weekend with Capital J. What else going on?
That's it.
She's like, I'm
Yeah.
done. She's like, I'm so done for like the next 2 weeks. And she's just so happy that I'm going to Burning Man and I'll be gone for 2 weeks. And she knows I will not text her. I will not Facebook her, Instagram, tweet, nothing.
I mean, I'm seriously considering going to Burning Man, but it's kind of
What?
Girl, you better get to packing right
Every-
now.
Every year she says she's not going to go. And then she's like, but I might.
Yeah, but you know why though? Because I may be starting something in September.
Right.
Yeah, and this is
Kelly, just pull it. Kelly, just pull the trigger and do it.
pull the trigger.
So for anybody, for any homie fans of mine, real quick, Bianca, I'm going to give a few event things I have. Well, my
I'm
Burning
so
Man
ready.
jam.
I'm so ready, okay.
So my Burning Man thing, I'm going out early to help build the plane. That's one thing. We'll be at 10 and K. So for non-Burning Man folks, that's kind of the spot on the clock, 10 o'clock and K. Then for the DJ schedule during the week, because I have had people hitting me up, and I promise I will put this out, because in prior years, I've flaked and not put out the DJ schedule before I left, and then people are like, dude, where are you at? So I write it on my trailer or whatever, and then they're like, we don't even know where you're camping. How are we supposed to know? So anyway, let me see if I can get this right. So bear with me for just a second.
I'm ready.
So I definitely know I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday playing. Some days twice. And I have the Ultra Marathon on Tuesday at 5 a.m.
So let him sleep, okay?
Come out there for that too if you want. So Monday, probably one of the most unique gigs. I don't know if it'll be the most people because of just history on the playa, but probably one of the most unique. Monday night will be the one on 747, and we'll be playing on 747, and it's going to be called Breaks on a Plane. Kind of
Not
funny.
snakes on
Give it up. Come on.
I get it.
I didn't come up. Like, everyone gets it.
That's
But the guy Les, who's organized it, not a DJ or producer, but a huge fan of music. He's part of the camp, and he's taken it upon himself to sort all that out. There'll be like myself, DJ Icon, San Francisco, Nug, San Francisco, a lot of San Francisco people and me. And then, so that one I know the time of. It's 12:30 to 1:30, and actually, in a rare set of circumstances, I'm in a tag team with DJ Icon, which I rarely tag team with anybody. But I love DJ Icon out of San Francisco. You would love it too. You probably don't know her, but
yeah, that's okay. I'm so
just check out
excited.
DJ Icon
I
on the
love
tweets
always
and the
looking
whatever.
up new music. It's my
She's
favorite.
fantastic. Great music, but just style. You'll dig that.
My favorite.
And so then I got to go then I got to get some sleep, eat a little peanut butter bagel action,
My favorite.
go run the marathon thing. I got a couple friends. I'm going to say this because I have two friends that, who knows, people flake all the time, not because they didn't mean to or whatever, but I'm trying to get pacers to run with me, because you basically do laps around Burning Man for this race. So if anybody knows any people that run and are going to Burning Man, they don't have to run the whole thing, but if they can run like 7 or 8 miles at like a 10-minute mile pace, I'm looking for you. Come hang out.
Hear that?
Come run a loop with me
Loopy.
to like keep me like be friends, talk, do shit, right? Be like, dude, don't give up, because I guarantee you I'll be trying to give up at like mile 28. It's 31 miles is a race, so
Isn't
that almost made you
only
sad when I said that. You're almost like, what the fuck?
Isn't Burning Man only like 10 miles?
Yeah,
So 30 is
we do.
enough
We're gonna.
around?
It's inside. We're running 4 loops.
Okay. Math.
Yeah,
Math is exciting.
4 loops. 4 loops.
That's
That was just Monday. But anyway, I can tell you, I'm just going to shout out the camps. I'm not going to give all the times. That one I said will probably be one of the most interesting, and it will be the first time I've done that one. Then we got OK Not OK doing bass music stuff. One of the nights we got Dusty Rhino, famed art car out there. We've got Sleazy Beaches, which is kind of funny. Coming from here, it's like Sleazy Beaches, as in beaches. I love it. Cheers to that one more time.
Cheers to that. Beaches,
We got Gonzo, and I'm doing Duck Pond again, which is awesome. That'll be a daytime thing. I will post it all and put it on a nice little thing with my custom Burning Man art, and I will tag Bianca so that any of her people that are going can come say what's up. I think we did it, Bianca.
We did it all except for me not going to Burning Man.
Did you have fun today?
I sure did.
Fuck yeah, man.
We're always fun.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
I can't stop smiling. I'm so excited that I get to come and hang out. Oh my God.
Thank you. Thanks to people tuning in. Listen, it was great throughout. And, Kelly rocking it, on comments.
Yay, Kelly.
Hopefully she responded to everybody. Made your dreams and wishes and dreams come true. And, dude, we'll see you out there at the festivals, the clubs, all the stuff.
Come say hi. If you
And
ever
then
see these tattoos, come and say hi. Hey.
Oh, we're going to do a whole other episode, get into the ink.
Oh my gosh. So many things.
Whatever's going on like a year from now.
Things.
It's always so fun having people in here who I've watched for like a couple years and been friends, like, sort of casually, and then just getting all the stuff they do. It's always amazing. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ooh,
Kelly Ross, we good?
Yeah, stay classy, yo.
We're going to close
I love
it.
you.
Stay classy, yo.